quarter is spring, and that will officially close out my first full year in my MSW program. And I'm so excited. Hey y'all, hey. So as y'all know, I'm trying to do better with keeping y'all up to date with my MSW journey and what's going on with school. But y'all, it'd be so hard to just keep making videos and stuff. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so as y'all know, I'm an MSW student and I'm getting my master's here in Chicago at DePaul University with a concentration in forensic. Okay, so I'm getting my master's in forensic social work, right? And a lot of people always ask me like, oh, what is that? I've never heard of that. Forensic social work is fairly new for the most part, so a lot of people don't know what it is. So I really don't be surprised anymore when people ask me that. But for the most part, it's literally taking social services, which is like social work, right? And putting it within the legal and or law systems, okay? For me personally, I plan on using my degree in policy. I want to get into policy. I want to be a policy analyst or even just somebody who's advocating for policies. I don't really know what I want my job title to be once I graduate, but I know that I do want to work in policy. Now, just to give y'all a little background about me. So I've been working within the social work system since maybe like 2021, 2022. My first job was a child welfare specialist with DCFS, which is Department of Children and Family Services. There is where I got my license, my CWEL license, which is just your child welfare licensure. Well, not even license, more like a, I guess you could say license if you will, or a certificate or whatever you want to call it. So that was really like my first job in the field. And y'all, I stayed at that job probably 6-7 months. I did not like it. I did not like it. As a child welfare specialist, it required me to do a lot of home visits. I did not like that. It required me to travel a lot. Like I had a client that was all the way out in Springfield and I was expected to go out there and see them. Granted, you do get reimbursed for your mileage, but it just, the math wasn't mathing for me. I didn't like it. I didn't really feel safe. And I can really get into like all of that in another video, but that was my first job, right? And after that, I got hired with Lutheran Social Services. No, I'm lying. After that, I got hired with Lawrence Hall. So my next job was with Lawrence Hall, which is a all-male juvenile detention center. And there I was on the unit. So it was like a building and it was like, if you will, it was like literally a detention center, honestly. It wasn't jail, but it was a detention center with different floors that housed different types of children ranging from different types of ages. And my job there was to basically help them transition from housing to like back into society with their families. So I was there to help them with different types of skills that they needed in order to go back home, whether that's like anger management or just teaching them everyday life skills, cleaning up, you know, helping them with their homework, things like that, using my de-escalation skills and all that good stuff. And again, I can get into all that in another video. But my last job was with the Salvation Army, and there I was a case manager, right? Working under the BOP, which is the Bureau of Prisons, and there I was managing cases for those who were being released from prison and needed help getting back into society, and to also help them not repeat the same crimes. So basically try to lower or eliminate, if possible, them committing the same crimes and being back in the same position that they were. And honestly, out of all of those jobs, all of those were micro. Now, with social work, you have different levels. You have micro, meso, then macro, right? So majority of my jobs have been on the micro level, which is that one-on-one type of interaction with people. And honestly, for me, now don't get it confused. I understand the purpose of that type of work. I understand the importance of that work. But for me personally, I just feel like that's not where I can make a difference, if that makes sense. Again, I understand why people need to do that on the micro level, but for me personally, I just feel like that's not how you make change. Again, this is my opinion. I feel like for me, what I've experienced across those 3 different jobs is that you help people, but it's gonna be another person with that same problem. You see, and for me, I don't feel like we're changing or solving problems per se, because the next few people might have the same problem. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, why is it that everybody is having the same problem? Yeah, I don't like it. So for me, I think that being on the back end of things, which is policy for me, is how you like make change. Because when you think about why it's happening or what's happening, it's gonna take you to policy or the things that are in place that are allowing these things to happen. So for me, I think that the way I want to make change is on a macro level. So that's why I personally am getting into policy and why I decided to have a concentration in forensic, because I do want to get into policies that pertain to law and legal systems. I do have a passion for juvenile justice and just learning about that and the policies that are under that. But for the most part, I just love policy all in all. So that's just a quick rundown of who I am and why I personally have chosen to go into social work and to have a concentration in forensic social work, to be exact. So that's that. I started my program in September of last year. Yeah. This 2025. Yes, so September of last year is when I started my program. My program is based off of quarters and not semesters. So my quarters are 10 weeks, and within those 10 weeks, it can be kind of hard because I know semesters is a little bit longer than that. So it's kind of fast paced for the most part, but it is doable. It is doable. I am a part-time student currently, so right now I typically take 2 classes per quarter. So this quarter, which is considered our winter quarter, I took 2 classes. I took human behavior and human behavior in the social environment, part 2. I took my first part last semester, so I already took that part. This was part 2. And then this semester I also took intro to research and social work. That I love that class actually, and I can talk about that a little bit more because it kind of goes into like policy and all that good stuff. But those were the 2 classes that I took. Also, my program, since I am a part-time student, is 3 years. My bachelor's is in sociology, and I got a minor in psychology. I do not have a BSW. I do not have a bachelor's in social work. So with that, I was not able to do the advanced standing MSW program. And honestly, I didn't even know that was a thing, so I really wish that I did know that. But I wasn't able to do the 1-year MSW program because I didn't have my BSW, which is fine. So I had to choose between being a full-time or a part-time. And the full-time is 2 years, the part-time is 3 years. I did not choose the full-time simply because, y'all, that's a story within itself, and I can get into that in another video. But I did choose to be part-time just so that I could have some flexibility between work, school, and personal life. So that's why I chose to do that. Granted, it is 3 years, but at the end of the day, it's God's pace and not mine, as long as I have that MSW at the end. Okay? So, yeah. So, this semester, which is our winter semester, ends tomorrow, which is the 21st of March, y'all, and I'm so happy. I'm so over it. I'm pretty sure I got A's in both of my classes. At least I hope. But I'm sure that I did because I did take this. I take all my quarters very seriously. I take school very seriously, period. But I feel like I really did show up for myself in this quarter, so I'm not really tripping on what my grades are going to be. I currently hold a 4.0, and I plan on holding it for the rest of my career as far as MSW goes. So next quarter is spring, and that will officially close out my first full year in my MSW program. And I'm so excited because, again, that's a whole nother story. But it took look, it wasn't easy getting here, okay? It was not easy. Do you hear me? So I'm just so grateful to be moving in this program and just making strides every day and just to see the growth and progress. So I'm super excited to be closing out my first year come next quarter, which is our spring quarter, y'all. And also I'm just so happy that I only have to take one class. And it's a policy class. So I'm super excited about that, simply because it goes into what I want to go into. Also, I might make another video for this. Y'all, it's so much I can talk about. But I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. But I'm just super excited to be in this program. I'm super excited for what's gonna come after this program, honestly. And yeah, like if I wouldn't have guessed that, you know, I would be in this position as far as just getting a higher education, simply because I am a first generation college student. I'm the first of all my siblings, and man, so many other people in my family. So it's kind of like imposter syndrome starts to sink in a little bit and make me feel like I don't deserve to be in these places and spaces simply because that's not the background that I come from. You know, that's not what people are doing around me. So sometimes I feel like, dang, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe this isn't what I should be doing. In all actuality, I really was made for this. Like, it's in me, not on me. So I'm just grateful to be going through this right now in my late 20s. I'm 27. I'll be 28 this year in August 3rd to be exact. But I'm just grateful to just be getting this master's out the way before I'm in my 30s. There's nothing wrong with getting your master's in your 30s. But for me personally, I just want to be done with this so that in my 30s, I can just focus on my career and just do the things that I really want to do that's fulfilling to me. And I'm just so grateful that I'm able to do these things. A lot of people are not able to get, you know, higher education. And y'all, I'm doing it for both of us. If you're not able to do it, I'm doing it for us, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's what I want to do, and I'm deciding to do it, and I'm just grateful to be in this place that I can. Because like I said, a lot of people can't. So I'm just grateful at the end of the day. I'm grateful that, you know, I'm able to get good grades in school. And I have a good support system through my school, and I love my school. Go Blue Demons, baby, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's just like a quick little rundown of what, you know, being an MSW is like, an MSW student has been like for me. I do want to make more videos and just keep y'all up to date, because I feel like at the end of the day, when I was searching for what I wanted to do, it wasn't a lot of videos out there, or people talking about forensic social work to be exact. So yeah, I'm super excited about this journey. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep y'all no longer, okay? But yeah, follow me on Instagram. You know, keep up with my journey. My Instagram is Forensic Bev, B-E-V, Forensic Bev on Instagram. So follow me on there. Keep up with my journey. Like, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please ask them. And like I said, I know a lot of people don't know about forensic social work, and that's totally fine, because it was a time when I didn't know and I fell in love with it. So if you have questions, please comment them, please DM me or what have you, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. So, and also happy Social Work Month. It is March, and also happy Women's Month as well. We matter as far as social workers go. We matter. We deserve the pay. We deserve the experiences. We deserve these things, and we definitely deserve the respect. Okay. Granted, I'm not an MSW. I'm not a social worker yet, but in my heart, I am. So, like I said, happy Social Work Month to me and my people. Me and all the social work girlies out there. Continue to break and change and advocate and just do what you do best, what we do best in our places and spaces. Yeah. So happy Social Work Month, and I look forward to creating these videos and just keeping y'all updated on what's going on with my MSW. So yeah, stay tuned. Bye.